So, Midnight Charlie man, it's 35 degrees today it was, and well, actually, in the previous video I said that those stairs that I walked up, the buildings, the apartment buildings, the hotel buildings, which are on the right hand side, okay, opposite side of the Harbour Bridge, right near the Opera House there, you walk up those stairs. And I said I'd do it with great ease. Well, I sort of did it with great, because I actually did it today as well. Today's date is 16th. It's 16th March 2023, and it's 8:30 p.m. And I thought, using the lounge room light, I usually just use this lamp here. I did walk up those stairs again today. I walked up those stairs again today. I did. Because last night I thought, was it with great ease? And when I did, yes. It's an exercise. It's definitely an exercise. It's steep. It's an exercise, and I managed to get through it. When I get to the top, my legs do feel fairly sore. I've been doing a bit more walking recently. Walking was very good. More recently, I walked. Actually, the other week I walked from where did I walk from? Walked from Rockdale. I walked from Rockdale to Sydenham because I didn't feel like getting the train. Because too many people on the train, I just didn't feel like being on the train. So Michelle walked with me from Rockdale to Arncliffe. That was a really nice walk too, very nice walk. But then she got the train from Arncliffe. Back to home, and then I walked from Arncliffe to Sydenham. Oh, it was a sizzler of a day. And 7 days without a drink. Haven't had a drink for 7 days. I like to have a cooling off period sometimes. Haven't had a drink for 7 days. The idea was to go to Circular Quay. Went to Circular Quay. It was a bit of a hodgepodge day. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I went to the edge of the Botanic Gardens and I sat there for a while. It's nice there. I was thinking, will I go to Bondi? It was a beautiful day for Bondi. I thought, will I go to Bondi? My energy level was relatively low and my body did not feel like moving. I think mentally I did not feel like moving. The idea of going to Bondi was an attractive idea, yet however I had no motivation to do the action for it, although I kept thinking about it. And I kept just sitting there on the edge of the Botanic Gardens. And I kept just sitting there. And then I eventually got up and I walked down. Because those stairs that came up, there's a road there, and then I was sitting on the other side of it. I kept saying to myself, I was sitting there very comfortably. And usually I like privacy. I really like privacy. I'm usually going to the gardens area itself. And I kept thinking, should I go to Bondi? Or should I go to Balmain? Or should I go to Bondi? I'm getting hungry. Should I go to Bondi? I kept not moving because it was 35 degrees. I kept not moving at all. And eventually, I must have been there for over an hour. And then I walked to Circular Quay. And I was hungry in a sense, although it was sort of subsiding at that particular point. You get to a particular point in hunger where it sort of starts to actually subside. Go back to Circular Quay. Started to walk to Water Dominion. Got 2 blocks. Contemplated it. Thought, don't have the energy. And so I walked back to Circular Quay. I actually went to McDonald's after a brief contemplation of what I thought I could eat because I needed to digest something. And I thought, a chocolate sundae. So I went to McDonald's. I got a chocolate sundae. It was very nice. It partly satisfied my hunger. It did enough to just get me by a little bit. And I actually decided to go home, so I got the train home. What I was going to say was not only was crucifixion commonplace in Jesus' time, but Jesus was a common name, and messiahs were a dime a dozen. And what happens is some people get fixed in this one-dimensional vortex, one-dimensional world of Christianity, where it's like there was only one crucifixion, there was only one Jesus, and only by watching numerous videos, in fact, I'd probably recommend something from my history, if I were to go to my history. Look, I'm going to go to my history. I had watched more than a year and a half ago, a couple of years ago now, I ended up watching numerous videos, watching a few different people speak to get a grasp of what may have actually very potentially taken place in history, because I had to get it from a few different sources. And crucifixion was commonplace, Jesus was a common name, and so it took a while for me to get my head around things. It took me a while to get my head around things. Let me look at my history. I'm going to go to my history, okay? Come on. Because I want to look up, there's a particular video which, War of the Jews, Flavius Josephus. I've actually read it once, and I've actually listened to it through audio on YouTube. That was a while back now. No, I didn't take everything in. Yes, it's extremely complicated. I did get a lot out of it at the time, but there's so many names to remember, there's so many places to remember in the history. To me, it's very good. To other people, maybe it's not complicated. To me, it's very complicated and extraordinarily difficult to take in all the detail. Actually, Howdy McCluskey talks Exit the Cave. Okay, Bart D. Ehrman. Bart D. Ehrman is the Christ of Revelation out for blood. Yeah. And I thought that was good. I enjoy listening to Bart Ehrman speak. I get a lot from when he speaks about certain subjects. I get a lot from that. And yeah, so look, I just wanted to throw those in. Great Mel Gibson interview. I like watching Mel Gibson interviews. I can watch Mel Gibson interviews for hours. He's terrific. Yeah. But look, Bart the Ehrman, look, am I going to hell? What the New Testament says about death and the afterlife. Oh, this is it. I think I've just found it. The Book of Revelation and the end of the world are the signs now being fulfilled. The Book of Revelation and the end of the world are the signs now being fulfilled. Bart Ehrman. I bought this a few years back now. It's incredibly big. There's an incredible amount of information in it, and yeah. I'm gonna get a shortcut. I'm gonna put this through a shortcut, and I'm gonna see if I'm gonna upload this tonight or I don't know. Just wanted to speak for a few minutes. Okay, all right.